The chosen ones are special souls who have a unique and important mission in this world. As a spiritual mentor, I have met many of these chosen ones along my journey. On one occasion, I met a young woman called Clara, who from a very young age felt a deep connection with nature and an insatiable desire to protect the environment. Clara didn't know it, but her mission went beyond environmental activism. She was destined to inspire thousands of people to reconnect with the earth and live more sustainably. Clara is a living example of a chosen one who follows her mission with passion and dedication. The chosen, like Clara, often feel a calling from an early age. They may notice a natural inclination to help others, a deep desire to make a difference, or an inexplicable attraction to specific areas of knowledge or life. These signs are indicators that there is a greater mission to be fulfilled. However, recognizing yourself as a chosen one is only the first step. The real challenge lies in accepting and embracing that mission. I am James. My own search for meaning and purpose began when I felt lost, yearning for a deeper connection with life. On this journey, I learned that there is immense value in sharing experiences and learning from others. When I became aware of my own calling, I felt a mixture of fear and excitement. The responsibility seemed overwhelming, and I wondered if I was really up to the task. It was then that I remembered the words of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 14. Many are called, but few are chosen. This verse reminded me that choice is not just a privilege, but a responsibility that requires courage and faith. I encourage everyone who feels this call to reflect on their own lives and experiences. Is there something that has always moved you, something that makes your heart beat more strongly? Perhaps it's time to listen to that call more carefully. Share your stories, seek guidance, and don't be afraid to explore these feelings. The mission of a chosen one can manifest in many ways, from healing others, promoting justice, creating art that inspires, to simply practicing love and compassion in their communities. Remember that the mission of the chosen ones is not only for the benefit of the world, but also for their own spiritual growth. Every act of kindness, every challenge overcome, every moment of doubt transformed into faith, contributes to the evolution of the spirit. As it says in Romans chapter 12, verse 2, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God." As you embrace your missions, know that you are not alone. The journey of the chosen is shared by many, and there is a network of light and support accessible to all who seek. Connect with others who share similar purposes, join spiritual groups, and stick to the practice of meditation and prayer. These practices not only strengthen the connection with the divine, but also provide clarity and strength to move forward. It is common for the chosen ones to be targeted by hidden forces who try to manipulate them and divert them from their spiritual path. Being a chosen one is both an honor and a responsibility. However, this luminous journey is not without its challenges. One of the greatest difficulties that the chosen face is the constant attempt by hidden forces to divert them from their spiritual path. These forces can manifest in various ways, such as negative influences, disturbing thoughts, and even people who, consciously or unconsciously, act to lead them astray. These hidden forces represent what is often described in Scripture as evil. In Ephesians 6, verse 12, we find, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of this dark world, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places." This passage reminds us that, as chosen ones, our battle is spiritual and not just physical or emotional. One of the most common methods used by these forces is the subtle manipulation of thoughts and emotions. Feelings of doubt, fear, and confusion are clear symptoms that something or someone is trying to divert you from your path. For example, you may begin to question the validity of your mission, feel incapable or unprepared, or even be consumed by an irrational fear of failure. These feelings are not only normal, they are to be expected, as they signify that you are on a path of great importance. It is crucial to understand that these hidden forces have no more power over you than you give them. They act through your vulnerabilities, exploiting your insecurities and fears. Therefore, the first step in resisting these influences is to recognize their presence and understand that you have the power to fight them. In James 4 verse 7 we are advised, "Submit yourselves therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you." This guidance reminds us that submission to the divine and spiritual resistance are keys to overcoming these forces. Do you feel that hidden forces are trying to divert you from your spiritual path? You are not alone. The 21-day spiritual challenge offers daily exercises to strengthen your faith and resist these influences. Find out more at the link in the first comment attached. In addition, it is essential to stay connected with your source of spiritual power, whether through prayer, meditation, or other spiritual practices that resonate with you. Prayer strengthens your connection with the divine, while meditation helps to calm the mind and soul, allowing you to hear the inner voice of divine wisdom and guidance. The practice of positive visualization can also be a powerful tool for strengthening your spiritual protection. Imagine yourself enveloped in a bright protective light, which repels all negative energies and keeps your essence pure and intact. Another vital aspect is to surround yourself with people and environments that raise your energy and support your spiritual path. The company of other beings who share similar values can be a bulwark against negative influences. In Proverbs 13 verse 20, we read, "He who walks with the wise will be wise, but the companion of fools will become wicked." Choosing your companions well can be a strong line of defense against hidden forces. Finally, remember that your mission is of immense value and that you have all the tools you need to accomplish it. The hidden forces may try to lead you astray, but your connection with the divine, your spiritual practice, and your discernment are your greatest weapons. As a chosen one, you are not alone. The light you carry is proof of your strength and ability to overcome any obstacle that comes your way. Stay firm, confident, and always connected to your spiritual essence. It's important to watch out for signs of manipulation, such as feelings of doubt, fear, and confusion, which can be caused by negative influences. Feelings of doubt can arise in various ways. You may begin to question your own capabilities, the value of your mission, or even the existence of a greater purpose. Doubt is a form of spiritual paralysis. It prevents action and blocks the flow of positive energy. In the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 14, verse 31, Jesus says to Peter, "Man of little faith, why did you doubt?" This verse reminds us that doubt is a barrier that can be overcome through faith and connection with the divine. Fear, on the other hand, is a powerful emotion that can be used to lead the chosen astray. Fear of failure, of being judged, or of facing the unknown can create emotional and spiritual paralysis. In Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7, we read, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of fortitude and love and moderation." This verse offers a clear perspective. Fear does not come from a divine source, but from negative influences that seek to keep us from our mission. Confusion is another sign of manipulation that can be subtle but devastating. When we are confused, we lose clarity of our purpose and direction. Confusion can arise from contradictory information, malicious advice, or disordered thinking. Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 and 6 say, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths." Confusion can be overcome through trust and surrender to the divine plan. To identify these negative influences, it is vital that the chosen cultivate self-observation and introspection. Meditation and prayer are powerful tools that can help to perceive when these feelings are beginning to emerge. By creating a space of inner silence, it is possible to differentiate between thoughts and emotions that are truly your own and those that have been implanted by external forces. In addition, it is essential to maintain a support network of people who share your spiritual vision. Faith communities, meditation groups, or even friends and family who understand your mission can provide the guidance and support you need to overcome these challenges. Remember that no one has to face these battles alone. The strength of community is a powerful tool for spiritual resilience. Finally, the daily practice of gratitude can serve as a shield against these negative influences. Gratitude raises the energetic vibration and creates a natural barrier against spiritual manipulation. By focusing on the blessings and positive things that already exist in your life, you strengthen your energy field and make it more difficult for negative forces to gain access. Recognizing and understanding the signs of manipulation is the first step to overcoming them. By being aware of feelings of doubt, fear, and confusion and using spiritual tools to combat them, the chosen ones can remain steadfast in their mission, connected to the divine, and protected from negative influences. The chosen ones have the power to resist these hidden forces by connecting with their spirituality and the divine. Dear brothers and sisters, the journey of the chosen ones is a journey full of challenges and often trials that test our faith and resilience. However, the truth that reveals itself over time is that we possess immeasurable power to resist the hidden forces that try to divert us from our path. This power lies in the depth of our connection with spirituality and the divine. I speak this not only as a spiritual mentor, but as someone who has also walked this path. On my own journey, there have been times when the shadows of doubt and fear have tried to take hold of my spirit. However, it was in the moments of greatest darkness that I found the brightest light, a light that emanated from within and connected with the divine. This connection is the key to resistance against any negative energy that might try to influence us. The first and most fundamental way to cultivate this connection is through prayer. Prayer is not only an act of talking to the divine, but also of listening. It is an intimate and personal dialogue that strengthens our faith and fills us with positive energy. When we pray, we open our hearts and souls to divine wisdom and love. I remember a particularly turbulent time in my life when prayer was my refuge and my strength. It was through prayer that I found the clarity and strength to resist temptation and manipulation. It is essential to cultivate intuition and inner wisdom in order to discern between the positive and negative influences that surround us. Intuition and inner wisdom are like guiding stars in the vastness of the spiritual universe. For those who are considered chosen, these qualities are not only desirable, but essential. Intuition, often described as an inner voice or a sixth sense, serves as a spiritual compass that guides us towards what is true and beneficial. Inner wisdom, on the other hand, is the accumulation of experiences and spiritual knowledge that allows us to make thoughtful and fair decisions. Cultivating intuition begins with the practice of self-observation and introspection. Set aside time each day to connect with yourself in silence. This can be through meditation, prayer, or simply quiet time in a natural environment. This silence allows you to hear the inner voice that is often drowned out by the noise of the outside world. The Bible reminds us in Psalms 46, verse 10, "Be still and know that I am God." This passage underlines the importance of silence and calm in order to hear divine guidance. Inner wisdom, in turn, is honed over time through conscious living and continuous learning. Read sacred texts, take part in spiritual discussions, and seek the advice of wise mentors. Wisdom is not just a matter of accumulating knowledge, but of applying it in a just and loving way. As it says in Proverbs 4, verse 7, "Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. Yes, with all that you possess, acquire understanding." To discern between positive and negative influences, you need to be aware of the feelings and emotions that these influences arouse in you. Positive influences generally bring peace, joy, clarity, and love. In contrast, negative influences generate confusion, fear, doubt, and anxiety. Trust your initial sensations and reflect on them. If something doesn't feel right, it's wise to investigate further before making a decision. The regular practice of positive visualization can also strengthen your capacity for discernment. Imagine yourself enveloped in a golden or white light, which is often associated with divine protection and purity. Visualize this light driving away all negative energies and making room for pure spiritual guidance. This practice not only protects, but also refines your intuition and inner wisdom. Another important aspect is the importance of keeping a spiritual diary. Recording your experiences, dreams, intuitions, and reflections can be a powerful tool for self-knowledge. By reviewing your notes, You can identify patterns and messages that may have initially gone unnoticed. This practice also helps to solidify your connection with your inner wisdom. Remember that intuition and inner wisdom are gifts that should be nurtured and respected. They are like seeds planted in fertile soil. The more care and attention you give them, the more they will grow and flourish. Jesus said in Matthew 13, verse 23, "But he that is sown on good ground is he that heareth and understandeth the word, and bringeth forth fruit, some an hundredfold, some 60, some 30. Ultimately, the journey of the chosen is one of self-discovery and spiritual growth. By cultivating your intuition and inner wisdom, you not only protect yourself against negative influences, but also get closer to your true essence and divine mission. You become a beacon of light and love in the world, capable of positively influencing everyone around you. Trust in your journey and know that you are always guided and protected by the divine. The chosen ones are beings of light and love, who have the ability to transform the world around them through their positive energies. Dear brothers and sisters, it is with immense joy and humility that we discuss today a topic of profound importance: the nature of the chosen ones as beings of light and love. Being a chosen one is a divine calling, a recognition that within you resides an eternal flame, destined to illuminate the world around you. The chosen ones are, first and foremost, bearers of a unique energy. This energy is not just a passive force, it is an active vibration of unconditional love and divine light. You have within you the potential to transform situations, environments, and even the lives of the people you come into contact with. Don't underestimate the depth of this power. As Jesus taught us in Matthew chapter 5, verse 14, "You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden." But what does it mean to be a being of light and love in practice? It means living according to the highest spiritual principles, manifesting the divine presence in every action, thought, and word. Every day you have the opportunity to spread light and love in various ways, through a smile, a word of encouragement, an act of kindness. These simple but profound gestures have a transformative effect that often transcends our understanding. Remember, the light you carry is not just for yourself, it is for the world. In times of darkness, your light is a beacon of hope for those who have lost their way. In times of conflict, your love is the bridge that unites divided hearts. That's why it's crucial that you keep your light shining brightly. As Paul wrote in his letter to the Galatians chapter 6, verse 9, "And let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due time we shall reap if we have not fainted." However, being a being of light and love does not mean that you are exempt from challenges. On the contrary, it may seem that the trials intensify. This is because light always attracts darkness, which tries to extinguish its glow. But it is precisely at these times that you must remember your true nature and mission. Your positive energy has the power to dispel any shadow, and your ability to love can heal even the deepest wounds. To maintain this renewed energy, it is crucial that you regularly connect with the divine source. Spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, and contemplation are not just rituals. They are ways of recharging your soul and aligning with divine purpose. When you connect with the divine, you receive the strength you need to continue being beacons of light and love in the world. In addition, surrounding yourself with a spiritual community can be extremely beneficial. The collective energy of a group of people dedicated to light and love can amplify your own energy, creating a positive force field that is unbreakable. As Jesus said in Matthew chapter 18, verse 20, "For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them." In conclusion, dear chosen ones, never underestimate the impact you have on the world. Your light is needed now more than ever. Live with love, act with compassion, and remain steadfast in the divine mission entrusted to you. The transformation of the world begins with the transformation of each one of us. Allow your light to shine so brightly that the darkness has no choice but to retreat. And always remember, you are beings of light and love, destined to transform the world around you. May peace and divine light always be with you. By recognizing and accepting their spiritual mission, the chosen ones can find the strength and guidance to overcome the challenges and difficulties that come their way. Dear brothers and sisters, it is with deep love and respect that I approach the topic of accepting and recognizing your spiritual mission. This is one of the most important and transformative stages for any chosen soul. When we accept our mission, an indescribable force manifests within us, guiding and strengthening us on every step of the journey. From a very young age, I felt a deep connection with something greater than myself. I remember moments of silent contemplation where I felt an inexplicable peace and a certainty that there was something I needed to do in this world. However, accepting this mission wasn't instantaneous. There were doubts, fears, and a constant feeling of inadequacy. It was only when I began to meditate and pray regularly that I realized the magnitude of my mission, and more importantly, began to accept this truth with all my being. Recognizing your spiritual mission is not a simple task. Often, the responsibilities and distractions of the material world can obscure our spiritual vision. However, when we stop and listen to the inner voice, the one that speaks of love, compassion, and service, we begin to perceive the signs and guidance that the divine sends us. In John 16:13, Jesus reminds us, "But when the Spirit of truth comes, he will guide you into all the truth." This truth is the essence of our spiritual mission. In accepting your mission, it is crucial that you allow yourself to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but of courage. By admitting our vulnerabilities, we make room for the divine force to fill us. On my journey, I have met many souls who, by allowing themselves to be vulnerable, have discovered immeasurable strength to overcome challenges that previously seemed insurmountable. In addition, accepting our spiritual mission offers us clear direction. When we are aligned with our purpose, life seems to flow more harmoniously. Synchronicities become more frequent, and we feel a deeper connection with the universe around us. During a particularly difficult time in my life, I remember coming across a passage in Romans 8:28 that said, "And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to his purpose." This passage resonated deeply with me and gave me the strength to continue. Dear ones, I encourage you to do the same. Take time every day to meditate, pray, and reflect on your mission. Listen to your intuition and pay attention to the signs the universe is sending you. Share your experiences and challenges with others who are on their spiritual journey. Community and mutual support are invaluable. Remember, accepting your spiritual mission doesn't mean that you won't encounter challenges or difficulties. On the contrary, they are inevitable. However, with acceptance comes a strength and guidance that makes these challenges more manageable and meaningful. As it is written in James 1:24, "My brothers, take great joy when you fall into various temptations, knowing that the testing of your faith works patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing." By accepting your mission, you align yourself with the divine force within you. This force will not only guide you, but will also enable you to overcome any obstacle that comes your way. Open your heart, accept your mission, and allow the divine light to guide every step of your journey. May you find strength and guidance in every challenge, knowing that you are a chosen soul with a unique and powerful purpose.